It's October and I'm thinking about what I'm gonna read for the month. I have a lot of options. I have a lot of books. I am leaning into fall and to Halloween spooky season type reads. Although I am currently reading Parable of the Sower by Octavia E. Butler, and this is pretty much thriller, suspense, horror, all wrapped up in this one book. I'm considering getting into the Drew Collins series and start The Secret World of Maggie Gray already. Just like get into it. I got everything. I'm ready to go. It's just that I'm like, but some other books came before you though. And I know I feel like once I read this, we just gonna have to go all the way. And I have other things that I want to read though. There's other options. I promised myself for Halloween I'm gonna read Interview with the Vampire. I want to watch the series. I really want to watch the TV show. I also want to watch the movie. Like, I've seen clips of pieces of the movie. I was too young when the movie was on TV or in the movie theaters, so I couldn't see it. And now I'm like, I need to watch a movie. I want to watch the TV series, but I want to read the book first. So I'm going to read the book first. But I also want to watch The Mayfair Witches, another Anne Rice adaptation. I want to read The Witching Hour, but baby, this is thick. She a thick girl. So I don't know if I'll get around to it. I feel like because it's this thick, it's going to give me like a very soap opera, soapy kind of story. And that's what I want to read. I love a soap opera type of story. I feel like that is what that is what The Secret World of Maggie Gray is gonna give me, like a very soap opera type of story. I love a soap opera story. All the more reason why I want to read Blood Debts and Blood Justice by Terry J. Benton Walker. I already read Blood Debts, but I want to do a reread of it before I go back into reading this, because I started reading this and I was not fully paying attention as I started reading this. So I want to do a reread. This felt like a soap opera to me. The whole thing, the family dynamics, although it's like magic, it's like the family dynamics. It's kind of dark. I love it. I love it. I love this story. I love a soapy story. So this goes right along with the soapy vibe that I love to read. Spooky thriller, suspense, horror, but still make it like a soap opera. Give me Empire. Give me Beyond the Gates, you know? Give me, Passions. Give me, what's another soap opera? Young and the Restless, Bold and the Beautiful. Give me those girls. Give me Days of Our Lives. Poor Charles. Give me the soap opera girls. The Witchery, this is something else that feels like a soap opera, like a young adult teen soap opera. At first, from the cover, I thought it was giving me The Craft. And it kind of gives a little bit of The Craft, but it feels more like a combination of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the TV series, Vampire Diaries, and Riverdale. And I'm looking forward to reading the follow-up to this. And it gives me that soap opera-y television series kind of vibe. So I feel like I'm gonna definitely have to read this. Then there's also The Inevitability of by Nika Marie. From the synopsis, it's giving magic, it's giving witches, but it's giving like family dynamics, it's giving like that blood debts, that like I assume what the witching hour, what the Mayfair witches is gonna give like a soapy vibe. So from, I don't know, it just feels like it's gonna be family dynamics, real soap opera type stuff, but with magic. And I said I was gonna read this before the end of the year, and I felt like Halloween is a good time. Like, just looking at the cover is giving like a kind of dark vibe. So it's like, I think I should read this. There's also Blood at the Root by Ladarian Williams, and I have Bones at the Crossroads. I don't fully feel in the mood to like read this right now, but I also feel like it's perfect for the vibe, for the fall, winter, spooky season, Halloween vibe. And I'm like, I should read this now, but I also like, I'm not fully there. And this does give a little bit of family dynamics, a little bit of like teen drama, like it gives a little bit of that. So I'm like, it would be good to go along with the vibe that I'm going for, the vibe that I'm feeling. My thing is soap opera, so it's going for that. I believe it's Hispanic or Latine Heritage Month. I already decided that I was gonna read Elizabeth Acevedo. I already read Poet X. I read that like around the time it first came out. I loved it. It had me questioning religion. It had me declaring that I prefer to go to brunch on a Sunday instead of church. I appreciate that book for that. And I want to read more Elizabeth Acevedo. I want to read her book Family Lore, because Family Lore, it's sounding a little bit of like family drama, soap opera, Queen Sugar type stuff. I want to read it. But first, we got to get around to reading With the Fire and I and Clap When You Land. Maybe I should go with the verse novel instead of the prose novel, because it's going to be a little bit easier to read, a little bit more quickly digestible compared to the prose, because I'll be reading a bunch of other prose novels and it's going to be a lot for me. But I also kind of feel like I should go in chronological order and read this first, since this came before this. But I also like, I should read this. And besides, I just took a flight, so maybe I should have read this while I was on that flight. It's going to be either one of these for Latine Heritage Month. And I have to read Skim by Mariko Tamaki, with drawings by Jillian Tamaki. I have been meaning to read this. The vibe of this is very fall coded, with like the, what is this called? I forgot what these are called. Are they I don't think these are acorns. I forgot what these are called. The vibe of this is very fall, and from how the book came across, it felt a little bit like The Craft. So I was just like, it feels like a fall spooky season kind of story. I started reading this and I never completed it, so it's like, this is definitely gonna be read. This and Interview with the Vampire definitely have to be read. I'm definitely gonna be reading these. These are locked in for October. Also, some other really good contenders I want to read: Till the Last Beat of My Heart by Luangi Luangi Beaumontez, I'm assuming. This looks like a cute, like, kind of paranormally, like, one's a ghost, one's in real life. It's kind of reminding me of Cemetery Boys. I just hope I would love this more than I love Cemetery Boys, because Cemetery Boys, baby, it was a little too insta-love for my taste. And, girl. But I'm hoping I enjoyed this, because this looks super cute and super adorable, and it's gonna give me, like, a little bit of that gay shit that I really want to read. There's also Their Vicious Games, Immortal Dark, Where Sleeping Girls Lie, Tender Beast by one of my favorite authors, LaSalle Sambury, Delicious Monsters by LaSalle Sambury. These are two that I feel like, oh my gosh, I should definitely read these now, because they are very on point, very on brand for the season. Then there's also The In-Between by Tananarive Due. I want to get into Tananarive Due. I believe this is her first novel, so I'm like, I should read this. I wanted to read this for Black Aweenathon, and I never got around to reading it. Maybe I should read it this year, but I'm also like, I'm not feeling it. I'm not in the mood, so let's not. I want to read Blood, Flesh, and Magic by Viano Oniomo. I want to read this, but I also feel like I want to read her books in chronological order. I want to read, I believe it's the Aurora Circus first, and then read Cupid Calling, and then read this. This is giving like a lot of queerness, gayness, and I want to read that for that, especially. I feel like with this thickness, there's alternating chapters, alternating POVs in this story, and usually alternating POVs give me the soap opera that I need and that I love. I feel like this could go right along with all the rest of the other soapy books that I want to read. I don't know what to read. You can give me suggestions in the comments. I would appreciate it. I feel like there should be like 5 books on the TBR. In cases of like The Witchery and Blood Debts, being that these are in a series, I feel like they should count as like one slot in like the TBR. So it's just like, this is one slot, this is one slot. Interview with the Vampire gets a slot, so that's like 3. This, because it's a graphic novel, this is going to be like outside of that list of that TBR, because this is graphic novel and those are prose, and I feel like I should read the Inevitability of, because I feel like it goes along with the vibe, that soap opera-y, but also like spooky horror dark vibe. Like it could go right along with that. And this is separate because this is going to be outside of the vibe, so one of these is gonna go in, so that's gonna go along right next to the graphic novel. I'm thinking Till the Last Beat of My Heart, that could go in to give me the, I mean, technically Blood Debts kind of gives a lot of that queer gay vibe in there, so we don't really need this, but I also feel like this is just like unabashedly gay, so it's just like, let's read this, you know. But I don't know, it's got a opportunity to be in there, but then I feel like I also need to read these, so these, I'll put these on like standby. But if you have any suggestions, it's like 5 slots. I mean, technically series count as a slot, but if we were to include the Drew Collins series, that's like what, 4 books in one slot. I feel like that's not fair. You know, that's not okay because 4, maybe 2, maybe I don't know, girl. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll read the comments. I will take advisement from the comments. Just know the Interview with the Vampire, she's on the list. She has to be read. And The Inevitability of by Nika Marie, that's definitely gonna be read this year. It's got to be read. Also, I have A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. I also want to read this because I want to watch a show. I want to read this before I watch a show, and I heard the show is good. I heard the story is good. There's vampires and witches. I want to read this, but she's gonna have to wait. I'm gonna probably read this along with The Witching Hour.